Right, hello everyone, I'm back. Welcome back to the channel, SB-Bonsai. It's been a while since my last video. Can't even remember why I stopped, to be honest, but the weather's definitely changed. Time has flown since the last one. I've had my birthday, we've had bad weather, we've had storms, been busy, so I've just not really had time to get out here and make any content for YouTube. So I thought I would get back to it today. Hey kitty, get off that, and start with another video. So today I'm gonna work on this Dawn Redwood, which hopefully you can see. We had Storm Amy a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't fend too well in the storm. This pot is completely cracked all the way through, round to the back. Got another hairline crack coming through there, so a little bit gutted about that. It wasn't an expensive pot, but I noticed the other day when I was looking, it has got a little chop underneath. So I don't know whether it's cheap Chinese or Japanese, but I definitely didn't pay a lot for it. I probably only paid about £5 or something, so my guess is it wasn't a high quality pot. It's still a nice pot though. But the only good thing about that pot cracking is it's exposed all these roots. So now I can see just how much and how quickly a redwood grows within a season. Because this hasn't been videoed yet, this is its first video, but when I repotted this in spring just gone, all the roots were organised radially, but there wouldn't have been much. But you can see from here, it's filled the pot and it's now wrapping around. So we can see from the top growth that it's definitely a fast grower. So this was my next planned video anyway, because it's getting out of shape and it needs to be brought back, but I may as well take that off. But yeah, didn't get around to it, and now being quite top heavy, Storm Amy's got hold of it and ruined the pot, so that's a shame. But if we can get it through the winter, and then in the spring we'll get it a nicer pot when we come to repot it. So I was just having a look off camera to remind myself of what was my front of the tree, and I'm pretty sure it was between these 2 feet and it was this. So from this angle, hopefully the camera can see, we've got a nice like root flare here leading up the trunk. From the right hand side it's not so good at all. I can't remember what that was, whether I did it or not. There's definitely a wound there, as you can see. It's starting to callus over. Not much going on around the back yet. I think there's one there, and not much going on the left hand side. So yeah, best front is this, and I can see kind of where I've pruned this previously to be the front. So that is the front. So we'll get started on this tree. Let me just check that the camera is recording, because we're on a new phone now, a Samsung Fold 7. So treated myself a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's still recording. So we'll see how this video turns out in editing. Hopefully it's as good as the iPhone. Got a couple of new tools since the last video as well. As I said before, I was looking to upgrade all my tools to Canishin now. So I had these nice scissors, Japanese scissors. Now I've got these to match. And I also bought, for the bigger trees, oh, these are nice, these Canishin secateurs. So they probably won't see much use, but I'm sure at some point they'll get their moment. Just put them back in there just to protect them. Alright, we'll get started on this tree. So, first thing you can probably notice from the front is we've got this new little guy coming out here. Probably a little bit low, it's not very vigorous either, it's really not grown that much in probably a couple of months. So I'll take you straight out, get rid of that bud. I should have my soil bin here, but never mind. And then what have we got? We've got a lot of new shoots, to be fair. So I think my goal for this tree is quite a natural Dawn Redwood. So they tend to grow quite upright, like this. That's a natural branch. This one, but I've trained it more kind of flat. So it's a tricky one, because if I try and grow it upright, you're not really putting bonsai techniques into use, because you're just letting the tree, at some point it does need movement. So if that's clip and grow, you can see it's grown up, and then I've chopped it and now we're going flat. So to carry on that kind of layered thing, or you could wire it in a natural shape if you wanted it upright, but then you just put in subtle movement into the branches. So I think maybe a balance between natural but also some sort of like bonsai aesthetic involved would be best. If you wanted it to be completely natural, just don't prune it at all, but then it's not a bonsai, is it? And then it would grow upright like these ones have. So I'm going to follow on with what I was doing before, which is kind of padding it out a bit, but trying to keep it quite natural. So like, I don't really want any cascading branches, because that's not really what they tend to do. So we'll keep it kind of upright but kind of flat, and hopefully over the years that will give it a bonsai image but still be quite natural. So I think that's what we'll go for. So the thing with redwoods is they grow a lot of kind of like whirls of branches from the same spot, which is very like impressive looking on an older tree. I don't know if I should do that in bonsai. Because it is going to thicken up the trunk in places, isn't it? So you could have like a nice skinny trunk, and then you'll have like a ball where all these branches are formed, carry up another ball, so it probably wouldn't look very good. So again, it's like, it's being natural but sort of pulling back a bit to keep a bonsai image. So that in mind, so hopefully you can see here as an example, I've got two, this is a dodgy turntable, two branches here that are getting quite developed, but they're from the same spot, and it has created just a slight bulge in that area. So really, I should probably get rid of one of them. But it's just such a tricky thing if you want to keep it natural as well. This is a bit of a tricky tree, kind of easy to work with, but styling decisions. I'm feeling a bit rusty anyway, because I haven't worked in any trees now for, where are we, probably 5, maybe even 6 weeks. So this will test me and get me back into things, I suppose. Right, so anyway, so we've took that little one that was coming out, and then the first branch that we've got is on the right hand side, which is this one here. Now we've got a little bud developing, pointing down. There's no point in me keeping that. say I don't want any downwards pointing branches, so we may as well just pick that bud out. We've got a little one growing above it, so we'll take that out. Ooh, forgot how nice these scissors are. Right, and then from there, we've got the branch comes out. Now these are quite tricky because we've got a bit of a trident here, but the branch is very sort of like that, and then it's not tight. So whereas you take one out, say you took the middle one out, your branches would be like that. If you took, say, like the left one out, it'd be like that. So they're not closed. So with this tree, or at least on this branch, I think it's just this branch, to be fair. I was going to say I could see why I would wire this, but I don't really want to do that. So we'll just try and work with what we've got. Now there is a lot of buds at this junction, so it might be just that I can prune back and activate one of those, but I don't know how well that would work now though, as we are in sort of the beginning of autumn. So would they activate now, or would it wait till next year? It'd be better really if it waited till next year. Well, let's see anyway. So if this is my front, we've got this one kind of growing out towards me. It's not too bad. It's funny how it's got needles on one side and then not the other. Might just happened over the storm or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I can redirect this a bit more that way. So we come out, we've got I'm just trying to see. We've got a bud here. Could we get that to kind of grow out that way? I'm just trying to think. Come down, 2 buds left and right. And we've got a second set of leaves here. And then we've got sort of, I want it to be tighter to each other, you see. So I'm thinking if we take off to, can I go to that bud? It's kind of facing down though. Let's take it to that one. Put this to the front of the camera. I'm trying to get the growth to come more this way to join up closer to this, so it's not so. Let me check this is still recording. Yeah, okay, we're all right. Yeah, trying to get that close to that branch. Okay, we'll leave that one like that. So then we come to the middle one, which is getting pretty long. We have got new buds. The only thing with the buds are, if they follow the line of my scissors, they grow like that. So I can't really use them. I might just have to, I've got a bud there. Got 2 buds there in fact. So I might just take the tip out of this. Stop that elongating further, and I'll get 2 growing out this way. Turn it round so you can see, hopefully. So now I should get 2 more growing this way. I might have to change the turntable, this one's rubbish. Let me just do that. I can't work with this one. I think you need to be recycled. Set the big one out. Is that my cat messing with another cat? I don't know. Right, let's put this up here. That's better. Even that's a bit. Right, so then the branch off of that is not got any bugs on it really, so that one we might have to kind of leave for now, which isn't too bad. We have got one. Debating getting rid of it because we've got. We'll see. I need to wait till I get round to that branch. Right. So then the next branch up, as I say, we've got 2 here from the same spot. Now I like both of them. So do I kind of. Do I keep them both? Kind of chance it and keep that natural redwood character, or do we take one away? The problem is as well is they're not quite in line with the branch I've just pruned, but they are very close. They're almost handlebar branches, especially one of them, but they're in a good spot. Trying to keep that redwood character, as I say. So I keep looking around, there's a lot of noises. I don't know if it's a cat. Let's come across another one on. Right. I think for now, I'll keep them both and try and keep that character, but I suppose if that section starts to swell too much, we'll take one away. But there is, hopefully the camera can see it, in here. Hello kitty. There's some new ones growing, so we will take them ones out. There's 2 growing from the same spot here. So there's another 2 extra branches trying to grow. There's another one between those, which we need to obviously take out. We don't want 3, that's for sure. Right, so our first one would be this one. So we come out, it's got divides into 2, so I've got that splitting nice and early, which is good. I've got 2 new ones kind of growing further back. I need to get rid of them. Take them out. Definite. And then this one here, let's just see from the front. It's kind of in our way a bit, isn't it? That's where it's tricky. It's not blocking the, well, it kind of is blocking the trunk view a bit, but not too badly. I still want it very natural though, I don't want it to be like completely bald just so we can see the trunk, as long as it's not covering it completely. I think we'll go back to kind of this first set of buds anyway, shortening that branch so we can get it to divide. Again, so that takes that part out. You see there, that's much shorter. It should divide again. So that's better. I can see the trunk as well. And then the branch attached to that on the left. We need to get that divided if we can. We've got a bud here, kind of one here, but it's kind of growing. Right, we'll come back to that bud and that'll push the growth out kind of this way. That one should take over as well, so we'll take out that whole section. That cleans that branch up. Now the one that's coming from that sort of whirl with it, I've got an upright piece here and a new bud. Take that out. Looks like it needs a little drink, this tree, actually. I feel like it's drinking more now than it did in the summer. We've got another, we've got a little bud there on the top. Just take that out and then heat up my branches developing. Especially after this prune, because it will send the energy somewhere and we don't want it going into any branches that we don't want. So here we come out. Just trying to see what it looks. This cascades just a little bit. So does that one. I don't mind a little bit, but this one's a bit awkward though. I'm gonna have to keep that at all. So it's a bit awkward how the branch comes out. It flows down for this one, but this one is just like, and if I try and kind of redirect it, I don't want anything coming out this way. Next door's bloody dog. So I think I'll so it's a bit awkward that, so I think I'm going to take that branch out. There isn't a couple of buds there that might kind of activate and then give me something better. If that one activates there, that'll be a better position. So I just don't know now if they'll activate now or it'll be next year. Just noticed there's a little bud in here. Pointing down, don't want that. And there's a couple under here we don't want. So now this flows out, it flows down, and there's not a whole lot going on bud wise. There's a bud there. Just turn it to look at it. It might be that we need these buds to activate, and then we can kind of get rid of this branch and kind of start again. Haven't really got anything facing a good direction. I think for now we'll leave that and kind of see what happens. It kind of balances out with the other one. It's just not a perfect looking branch, so we'll go with that. We'll see what happens with it. Now if we come round to the back of the tree, we have got some more kind of branches growing. So if you can see it from the front. We've got one growing here, which I don't think we want that, do we? So take that out. We've got a new one here, which could make a nice back branch, but is that part of that whirl? Not quite. I can take this little one out. So a little bud with it. Yeah, we've got this one which could make a nice kind of back branch. here. It's close to this sort of whirl, but not too bad. So I might keep that for now, because I think without it, we have got back branches, but we'll keep it for now. We've got another little one here, which where is that attached? It's kind of with that other one, so that could be like a small whirl. See, like this, where multiple branches were. It's like a little like knuckle of branches. It doesn't look too bad. We'll keep that. There you go. That will kind of fill out here, and it shouldn't look too bad as long as they don't thicken up too much. But say if they do, because I want that natural redwood look, I don't mind it so much. I just don't want a really skinny trunk and then like a massive ball. So that, so that layer's sort of sorted out. Then we come up to the next set of branches on the left. Just move that. We've got this branch that I've got developing, which is nice. That gives us some foliage over this one. You see how it's slightly kind of padded, it's just a little bit shorter than the one below it. That's the thing as well, is like if I got rid of this, it would look a bit odd having that one there. So let me just see if I can show you on the camera all these buds growing, or where are we? Let's have a look, let's just zoom you right in. Can you see all those buds just there in that kind of knuckle? So we need to sort of have a look at them and see if we want to kind of take any of them out. Is this a better view for the camera? Zoomed in a little bit? Probably is, to be fair. Let's just put you there. Right. So what have we got going? We've got loads of buds here. It might be a case of even just leaving them and kind of like, there's even ones like one here right against the trunk pointing up. That's crazy how many buds that's set so far back. Good for giving you options later on though, isn't it? But right, back to this branch anyway. So I'm looking at the front of the tray. So we come out here. Again, it's spaced so far out from the other one. It must just be how these grow naturally. I've got a stub in the middle. I can take that out. What have we got? Just shorten it back just a little bit. Is there a bud under that? No. Just trying to think here. Got left and right bud. I think we'll go back to this bud here, which is kind of like this. So it will come out this way a bit, but hopefully we can get some growth. It's a bit straight at the moment, that branch. It needs a bit of something. Just a minute. Right. Where were we? Yeah, we're on that branch, weren't we? well today. I like this back, this one, and it's got a little bit of a curve to it. I really like this one, but it's filling in this nicely, so I think it just needs pruning back. I think I'm going to go to this bud here, so we'll go to that. Oh, this isn't too late in the season to do this. It shouldn't be. Right, and round to this branch, which is positionally in sort of back left. Let's have a look. Yeah, this needs dividing. It's getting too long. This one's in the way. Let's have a look. We'll just take the tip off. I'll take the tip off. Little stub die back. Better, I just wish it was here. There is a board, but there's only one. Let's go to it. It's Sean's branch. Okay. That's the front. Just move that one that's sort of in the way a little bit again. That might have to be addressed because that's growing right over it. Let me just have a look at my branch placement. So 1, 2, kind of. This is where it's a bit. It should be that to that, but God, it's noisy here today. Dogs, footballers, bikes. Typical. Get the camera out and now everyone's noisy. Right, I'm alright with that branch placement. It's okay. Right, we've got that just before, didn't we, that back branch, so that's okay. So the next branch up, well, we've got this one. Now, I'm just trying to think. That, do you want to keep that? It might be that we use that instead of that. There's quite a gap then though. I'll keep it for now. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can divide it further back so it's not right over that. So it doesn't, because it's not lignified, is it the word? Yeah. Gone woody. Hasn't really got any buds on it, so the buds must develop once it gets woody. The other thing is, if we kept that, it's in line with this. This is a separate trunk if I wanted to grow this as like a twin trunk in the apex. The straight opposite, which I don't think looks very good. So I think it should go. So we'll take that growth out. I'm not sure how old that branch is, but I'd say it's only just at the base turning woody, so it's not an old branch. So that brings us then to the branch on like the second trunk. Well, we've got this one here first, which is, do we need, it's growing not straight to the viewer, that's the front. out. And take that branch out. Like so. It's getting to be quite a long video, this, because I'm a bit rusty on the old bonsai techniques. Right, so this branch coming out here, this looks quite a good branch. It's got plenty of divisions. Now it's growing kind of a bit long over these, so I think what I might do is shorten it back to these, so it'll be like the second set. That keeps that more a bit in line there. Oh, let me just check that the camera's zoomed in enough, or not too much. Looks okay. So yes, that's okay. And then from there we've kind of got this one reaching up, which I quite like, but I don't know if it needs flattening a bit because it's we're going for that flatter kind of look. So if that's the case, I can see where I've chopped a branch off before. I've got SB-Bonsai's cut piece on it. I think we'll take this tip off here. Taking that whole section off the end, and then it will kind of level itself out then. Or if not that one, then we can use the one under it. I'm just going to take out though this piece of groove here that's going back in towards the middle of the tree, so if you can see that's a bit more. I don't know, like these older needles here, whether you just leave them on redwoods, to be honest. I'd imagine that they're probably a bit like a pine, where those have done its job to get the growth out here and they'll just drop off at some point. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what's going on with the tree. So maybe if this was going into a show, which it's not, then maybe you'd clean these out now, but this isn't a show ready tree. It's come a long way though. I got this from SB-Bonsai a good few years ago now, just as a cut-in, just sort of like as an example about the thickness of this giant redwood. So literally just sort of like a seedling, a cut-in. So as you can see, it is growing pretty quick. It's probably been about 3 years or something since I got that. So it's growing. Starting to get some good character to it, like the cool Nabari going on there. That wound there where the roots are, where almost looks like, I've seen a redwood on YouTube, is it in California? And it was like, the tree was enormous, a massive redwood, where the hollow in the tree, people actually drove through it. Just crazy. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. That'd be a cool feature to have. I'd need some redwood bonsai to be able to do that though. I need to get that impression. Right, so that one's sorted out, and then sort of the apex of this branch, if you like. What have we got? We've got kind of two. I'm going to zoom the camera back out. Now we're getting higher up, I'm not sure the camera can see what I'm seeing, so we'll just zoom out a little bit. So we're on to this here. Just try and figure out. We do want to keep it. I'm just seeing if there's anywhere I can shorten it back to. It might be just a case of maybe just taking the tip out of it. Yeah. Or even just trying to see the branches in the way. I'm just trying to see what we will prune back to certain buds. We'll take the centerpiece out. I want to see what happens with those two buds. Yeah. Okay. I've got another small sort of branch starting to go here. Can leave it for now. See what it is. Let's cut the wash. What happens with that? And then we've got this main sort of apex which is growing nicely over. Just wondering if we can shorten it back a little bit. Just to get a bit of movement in it. So it's like for every kind of branch that you get, there's a bud. Most of the time growing in the direction of the branch, so I don't understand, like if you took that branch off, it's just going to grow a new branch there to replace it. So it's like there's two horizontal branches here and two horizontal buds straight underneath. So it's a bit maybe redwoods are a little trickier than I thought. Like the top one, there's a bud there and kind of back a bit, so they're slightly different. That's a bit tricky. There is a bud way further back, about halfway I could go to. Or even if I go to that one though, the branch is going to come out this way. Here. I like it how it is. I just need it to is the buds along through these leaves? Not is there? That might be one there, that's close to the tip. Something can you prune like back on redwoods to like there, say? And what will happen? Will the branch die or will it grow new buds? I would suspect it would grow buds, but would it not need to turn woody first? I'm a bit stuck, if I'm honest. We've got these nice branches growing out here. Let's take off to this tip, this sort of tip here, and then these two are going to grow, which will be okay. Or it's going to kind of activate that bud, so either kind of way will be alright. So I think we'll take off 2.5 way between those nodes, so taking that whole end off. If we have a look actually, you can see what I mean, how like the buds just follow the branches already there. That one's got 3. Again, pretty much in the same direction. So it's a little bit tricky. Right, so that branch is sort of second trunk. It's pruned up. Now on the main one we've got one on the inside, which I don't want. And we've got another one on the inside going straight into that second trunk, which we don't want. We've got, where's my front down? Got another one growing out to the viewer, so with a bud. So we're going to take that out. We've got another one growing kind of in the way with a bud. Take that out. Okay, so first branch up on this second one is this one. Now it's going up. It's doing its natural thing. Oh, that's a bit tricky. We've got a bud at the base, but I don't really want to take the branch off. I don't mind a bit of a rise, like some of them do a little bit. That one's a bit much, but it's very long. I think what we'll do is we'll just go back to the first set of sort of leaves here. That should get those branches going. So taking that whole part off, it's growing strong. Just wondering what that is in there. It's a bit of fluff or remains of a. Ooh, look at that green bug. Let's see, get that on the camera. Where are we? See him? He's a big boy. At least it wasn't a spider. Yeah, there must have been like a spider stuck in here or something, because there's a bit of like white kind of fuzz. Ooh. Right. So that kind of cleans that branch up. There is one growing right above it, but I think if we got rid of that one I've just pruned, it would be a massive gap, so we're going to have to keep it. I'll take the new one growing out above it, because that's just too close. So it's going to shade out that branch we just pruned. Then it gets a little bit tricky, because we've got branch kind of coming out. Well, not completely, but it needs. But then there's a back branch straight opposite, so it is like a handlebar branch. Let's see where we can shorten this back to. We have got a bud here. We've got 2 there. So I think if we take off to, even there. Let's go to there first. Let's have another look. Okay. Yeah, that's alright. It's a little long. Well, it's okay. We've got the one on the back now. You can see that from the side view. This is the one we just pruned, and then this is one out the back, which is nice, but it's making a handlebar and it will swell up that area as they thicken up. So I need to decide what we're going to do about that. It's not really add anything to the tree. It kind of does, to be fair. There's no other back branch. Oh, that's put me in a tricky position then. Without that, there's like a massive void here at the back. But then if I get rid of that, or should I get rid of it? Let me see. Come up. Prune that. And it's kind of bounced by this second. We get rid of that. We've got one there. I think we could probably get rid of that. We've got one above it anyway. So yeah, we're going to take that one out. And for this we'll use these. Ooh, this will be the first cut with these. They feel like they've got like a coating on them. Like a oil or something. Not oil, but... Right, so we're going to take this branch out. See, I might just need to turn it this way for a second. Just need to get a flush cut. Oh, just pulled the foliage off it anyway. Where are we? Oh, I'm getting lost now. Not many branches. Right, yeah, this one. Takes that off. Might be worth me sealing that little wound there in a bit. Right, so that's fine because we've got this one which can take its place. It's a bit young and scraggly that yet. Got the back branch. So we can prune that back branch if it's ready for it. So the tree leans away from me from this view. I don't know if it's been altered though from Storm Amy, because the wind was getting behind all that and pushing it, and I feel like it has lifted it out of the pot on this side just a little bit, because you can see there's some sort of roots exposed there. I think they were just dead roots anyway, because you can see they've not grown, but I think it's just lifted it out of the pot one side slightly. So I've had some pebbles on it for a week just to weigh it down in case we get any more wind. I don't think we're due any though. Right, so this back branch. Oh, we can place buds again. We could come to this one. That's in a decent position, and it would probably activate that one. So we'll just, not the strongest of branches, but we'll take the tip off. What's that needle doing there? Not a lot. Excuse me. Yeah, that's alright. It's got a bit of shape to that anyway. And then, do we want to keep this? It's kind of, I don't think we do, because we've got a nice bit from this second trunk growing in here, you can see. We've got this filling that space, and this is just a bit much and kind of crossing. So I think we'll take that branch out completely So, that whole new piece of roof. That cleans out that structure. And then we come up, we've got another handlebar situation, so we need to decide which we want to keep. So, I mean, this one's fine. This one's kind of interfering with the second kind of trunk line, so I think we'll take that off. Like so. Now the top of the tree's got wild. I don't have to bring the height down a bit. Or not. There's a few things I need to think about here when we get to the apex. Let's just see if we can prune this branch up. First, got 2 buds there, 2 there. I might just take the tip out like that. Shortens that a little bit. Right, let me just pause the camera for a second and have a think.